certainly wasn't, if they were at the end of the relationship, they were at the end of their relationship, but I wasn't going to have somebody utilize me and weaponize me against somebody that I liked.
Okay, that was yesterday. Boy, it was all packed full of Brian Higgins and text messages and Karen Reed and kisses and an odd text exchange between those two. Then also the cross-examination of what happened to your phone, and aren't you hiding something here? The jury has a lot to digest. Let's bring in, as we wait for court to resume, out in Dedham, Massachusetts, law enforcement and litigation expert Sunny Slaughter and domestic violence expert and host of the Strong Enough podcast, Claudia King. Claudia, what'd you think of Brian Higgins on the stand? Did you, what were your takeaways, not only with the Karen Reed text and that little flirtation thing they had going, but his believability overall?
Well, we thought this case had everything already, and then we got Brian Higgins, and we got the semi-salacious text messages and the kiss, so we couldn't have asked for any more in this case. I have issues with Brian Higgins, and I'll tell you why. First off, I've never seen so many people in my life get so many butt dials. The number of butt dials, these people need to have their phones checked out. I also feel like, you know, he's hiding something, because why did he go to the lengths he did to extract the text messages that he wanted to extract and then got rid of his cell phone? Most of us either trade our cell phone in, we can take them to domestic violence shelters and they will take them. We put them in a drawer where they sit and get dusty. I think very few of us actually cut the SIM card and throw them away. So I have issues with his believability. Now, again, do I think all this goes back to a grand cover-up? I don't think so, but these witnesses just continue to have issues with their credibility, and this could really be damaging to the Commonwealth's case.
Sunny, your thoughts?
I agree. I absolutely agree with my co-guest. This is the case that keeps on giving. I am not convinced that there is an extreme corruption and cover-up, but I do think so many of these individuals have flaws, and I'm not sure what they're trying to hide or suppress, that they keep coming up short in their credibility and their reliability when it comes to what they should and should not do. These are law enforcement professionals. This case gives me such anxiety around what law enforcement professionals are doing until I'm going to use it in my training, because this is not how professionals should ever operate. And they were investigating, or supposedly investigating, the murder of one of their own. You're supposed to do this well for everyone, but if you can't get it right for one of your own, I'm not sure that they have the competency to get it right for anyone. I'm concerned.
I love that. Claudia, the text messages were weird, and the rest of it there, and but they really don't go to the answer the question of what exactly happened here. On the other hand, for jurors, Karen Reed, in my opinion, didn't come across looking great. She's the pursuer of this guy, and she's bagging the kids that her and John O'Keefe are trying to raise. Does it matter? Because there's going to be so much more testimony before the jury deliberates. There'll be the closing arguments, the whole defense case. Something like that in mid-trial, does it really matter overall in terms of, I don't like Karen Reed now, maybe a juror is thinking because of these text messages?
I think it is another...
Sorry.
No.
Claudia first,
ahead,
and then Sunny, you'll get
Claudia,
your chance
go ahead,
too.
yes.
I think this is just another building block in the dislike of Karen Reed. She did not come across well, and this is something I'm sure a lot of people have done before, where they're flirting with, a friend of their significant other, but that doesn't make it look good. So I think it is just another chink in the armor of Karen Reed. It does not make her look good. I guess that the point of the defense is that Brian Higgins is now a suspect because maybe he ran over John O'Keefe to get this love interest of his. I'm not really sure if this is the
Well, they think that
person that
he
really
was there
did
in the house. O'Keefe walked in and they beat him, and the dog attacked him. They then drag him outside in this. The bottom line here, Sonny, whatever the scenario is, you think you figured out the Karen Reed case. Nothing really fits. Nothing checks all the boxes. Did Karen Reed really put her car in reverse and slam into John O'Keefe and cause those injuries? That's tough to believe. But also these other ones, Sonny, are tough to believe that, there's a huge cover-up. Is that reasonable doubt?
Unfortunately, I think that her defense team has really put together so many complex nuances and theories about the other and not whether she is innocent, that I don't think that we're going to come out with a verdict that doesn't say that she's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I haven't seen enough evidence from the prosecution. Evidence, focus, not emotion, but evidence to say she actually did this. There's a lot of emotion in this case, but I have evidence on both sides, and the muddying of the water by the defense team, I mean, they are really good at what they have done in creating all of these other conversations on the side that doesn't get to actually who did it. And I don't think the prosecution has gotten to the point that she did do it. So, I mean, this is the case I think that we will talk about for a very long time, no matter what happens. If she's found not guilty, I think the prosecution, they might need to rethink if they want to proceed and how they do it. But I really feel bad for John O'Keefe's family. The community has been disrupted, but his family is in such pain. And I think we always forget that part. He was a victim. His family is a victim. And I think the community is just in disarray.
That's a good point. A very good point. Let's do this. We'll slip at a commercial break. We're just seeing movement in the courtroom. The judge is just taking the bench, and Karen Reed is there, dressed and ready to go. This is the only day this week we're going to have testimony in the Karen Reed case. We'll get a break and start it off when we return.
On the next episode of Accomplice to Murder.